There was a second question that was quite often asked in the first Q&A sessions, and it was, can you explain the notion of a substance again, and can you also explain why this is a problem for John Locke? So let's start with the latter part. John Locke is an empiricist, so he can only have knowledge about things he can observe with his own senses. That means that if there's something that's not observable via the senses, he cannot have knowledge about it. And a substance is just that. It's something you cannot observe with your senses, hence he should say that he doesn't have knowledge about substances. So that's a problem for Locke. He is an empiricist, he says so himself. That means he can only have knowledge, that is ideas, about things you can observe with your senses. And now he says, I have knowledge of substance, but a substance is not observable with your senses. So he shouldn't claim he has knowledge about that. And by doing so, he contradicts himself. So now the question is, what is a substance? Okay, a substance is a very old concept, so it's no wonder that John Locke accepted it. He lived in a society where philosophers accepted that notion, and they were very familiar with it. And basically it's that which has properties. So if you look at this flask, it has all kinds of properties, and you can observe them. It has a certain color, it is kind of hard, it has a certain height, say 35 centimeters in height, it's hollow, it's empty. So it has all kinds of properties that you can observe with your own senses. So John Locke can have knowledge of all these properties, so that's not the problem. The question now is, where are all these properties? What are they properties of? And the thing they are properties of, that is called the substance. So basically it's the carrier, that which carries all the properties, that which has all these properties. So that is a kind of an abstract concept, because indeed you cannot observe it. I can observe the color, the shape, the hardness, the fact that it's hollow if I open it and I look inside it. I can observe its weight, but I can't observe the substance that has all these properties. So that is a problem. Of course, Locke had this idea because he lived in a certain tradition. He has read all these books in which the notion of a substance is just used. People believe that there are substances. Think about René Descartes. He's a substance dualist. We discussed that in the philosophy of mind course. So even though he might not agree with Descartes on his rationalism, he does agree that there is such a thing as a substance, a physical substance that has all these properties. But basically, you have to use your reason to conclude that all these properties are properties of something, and this is something you can't see, and that is a substance. That is something he has used his reason, his ratio, to conclude that, and not his senses. But that's why it's problematic.